a number of years ago. There was a couple, preacher and his wife, that were traveling back to wherever it is that they came from. They were at LaGuardia Airport, and there was a power surge or something that happened in Canada, and it affected the eastern seaboard, so pretty much New York, Maine, and that whole section of America. And everything was in complete darkness. But this was like late afternoon, early evening, so there's still a bit of light. There's a couple of sitting in the queue, nothing's going on, nobody's moving. There's a bit of chatter going on, but nobody really knows and has said anything. Eventually they look at the time, they're like, we're meant to be boarding the plane now, we're meant to be going, why is nothing moving, why is nothing working? Eventually they ask, and the people say to them, there's been a huge blackout that's affecting parts of America, nothing's working, we've got to close the airport down. As frantically as you can imagine, he phones his assistant, hey, can you look for a hotel? Phones around, eventually finds the Marriott, there's one more room, you guys can go in it. So it wasn't the Marriott, it was another one. And so they're like hundreds, they hop into a taxi. By this stage, everything is dark outside. The only thing that you can see is these yellow cabs and their lights that are shining and going from place to place. They come in one entrance of the hotel building. They walk inside. The hotel has now got candles because now everybody's kind of prepping and doing what they need to do. There's a long line of people that have now booked their accommodation for the night or two. They've got to check in old school vibes with your a book or whatever it is, write your name and whatever. And they're led up to their room by candlelight. They open the door, they put a couple of candles or whatever it is in there, and all they can do is hope for a better tomorrow. But before they go to bed, they're like, this room is stuffy, there's no aircon. And so they said, let's just open the windows, open the curtains, open the windows so that we can let some air in. And as they do this, all of this light comes flooding in. And now as good old South Africans, we want to know, how come there is so much light coming from that hotel when there's so much darkness all around? And so they put on their clothes, they make their way down into the lobby, and they go out the other side of the hotel. And as they begin to approach the sidewalk to go across, it's now very evident that there's like two different worlds here. There's music playing on that side. People are catering very nicely, chilling and hanging out. Guys are drinking their cappuccinos, frappuccinos, all the other chinos. And there's just a life and a vibe. It's like two separate worlds completely. So they walk across the street, they go up the stairs, and they can see on the TVs the reason why there's a blackout in that part of America. And they're walking around. It really seems like there's two different worlds going on here. And so they eventually find a staff member. They go, guys, what is going on? How come you guys have got so much light in the midst of so much darkness? He says, well, that's easy, because when the Marriott was built, it was built with a generator in mind for a day like this. Friends, you and I, like that hotel, are called to be a shining light in the midst of a dying society that is in much need of the light and the life of Jesus.